Hi everyone. I'm about to image M45. I've got it all set up outside. My telescope is set up. I've just got to start the sequencer and K-stars. I'm just going to press play and we'll do that. I'm going to preview some new things of AstroSharp, and yeah, then hopefully if we have time, I can process some images of Jupiter that I took last night. So hopefully that sounds good to everybody. So, hi, AstroUse, how are you? I'm not sure if you heard, I'm trying to image the Pleiades tonight. Right now it's focusing. Hopefully everything goes well. And then I'm gonna, for some reason it is not. Let me check and see what's happening. It's not focusing. I'm doing pretty well. I don't, maybe the Pleiades isn't up high enough for me to image it. Let me go check real quick. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, everything looks good. Maybe it's something with the focus wheel. Let me check and see. Let's see. We want to stop this and then see what's going on with the focuser or the filter wheel. That seems good. Let's check. Oh, I've got the exposure to 2 milliseconds for the focuser. That's always a problem. So let's go ahead and go to 1 second, and that should be good. Let's restart it. So let's see. Should I start off with a question? What should I ask? Oh, here, give me 1 second. So part of tonight's stream, I'm going to go ahead and show off some of AstroSharp's features, and you guys can, if you've got small enough images, you can test it out with me. So, yeah, let me just show you the site here. So this is the shiny website. That's the link I just provided, and this is it. So later on, once we get M45 up and running, hopefully everything goes well. We can kind of demonstrate some things. So we're just going to pin this message, and then you guys can use that, just to try things out, see if things work. Okay, let's see if it's focusing now. Yep, there we go. Good, we're focusing. Note to self: do not have your exposure for 0.002 seconds. It's not long enough to get a good exposure. So AstroUse, are you imaging anything tonight? Or is it cloudy? Or maybe it's not night where you're at, I don't know. But have you been imaging anything lately? We got a nice curve going here. This is good. Let's see here. We're just waiting for it to autofocus. And then once it does that, it'll probably like try and find the target, and then it'll focus again. The thing that kind of bugs me a little bit about the sequencer is it'll focus first and then find the target, and then it'll focus everything again. So like now it's going to align. So we're going to go to the align tab, which is here. And then you can see how far my mount is off. But yeah, it's quite a bit off, but it'll find it. And then hopefully 30-second subs are short enough, because I know with Pleiades and I don't know, it just, there it is. There's Pleiades. You can see the stars. It's probably not quite aligned yet. Hopefully, I've got it set for 30-second subs. Hopefully that won't saturate the stars too much. We can double check, and if all else fails, we'll try again. Yeah, so what I've got here is K-stars. It's running on my Raspberry Pi. I'm just in it with a VNC viewer. So it's connected to, the Wi-Fi, and I'm just on my laptop right now looking at it. Okay, so now it's going to start trying to guide. So we've got to calibrate it first. I took off, normally I wouldn't have to calibrate it, but I was doing some imaging of Jupiter last night with guide camera, which is just a 224MC, like a ZWO 224MC, like just, planetary camera. And so I took it off and I took it back on. I figured I might as well recalibrate it. I mean, I think it's in the right position, so it probably doesn't need to be recalibrated, but just in case, I thought I would do it. So let's see. I'm going to start a poll, see if anybody's imaging tonight or lately. I'm going to start the poll. All right. We'll see how well it guides. I've had a little bit of trouble guiding, and I'm not sure if it's because of Jupiter. I mean, not Jupiter. Jupiter's on my mind. If it's because of it's been windy the past few days or the past few times I've imaged, or whether it's something else with my mount. I don't know, but we'll see. So we'll see how well my polar alignment is with the calibration, but it shouldn't be too bad. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect because I'm using my 8080, just 600 millimeter focal length, and it's got a 0.8 reducer on it, so it's like 480. So the polar alignment doesn't have to be super different. Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, we've got some backlash. Let's see, but we can check review calibration data. Yeah, there's something going on, but polar alignment isn't perfect, but that could be due to some of the backlash. Maybe it's doing something, I don't know. Might have to tune my mount again, I have to do it about every year, and it's about that time. So let's see. Yeah, I might have to redo this real quick. Give me 1 second. I had a USB drive in my Raspberry Pi that I was using. I've taken it off, and so it's can't find where to save the image. So I just have to choose the folder again. Did I get it all? Yeah. So we're gonna have to redo everything except the calibration for that. Okay, so far 67% said yes, they've imaged a DSO, and 33% have said they've also imaged Jupiter, which is great. So, okay, now I have to focus it again. There we go. There's Pleiades. We're focusing. And I don't know if I should just do the big stars, the small stars. I don't know. Because the stars are so huge. So what has everybody been up to? Anything interesting? %75% have imaged. So looks like quite a few people have imaged something. What have you been imaging? I'm planning like a vacation for maybe New Year. Oh, cool. That's cool. Targeting M74. Nice. Something personal. That's nice. Yeah, vacations are nice. M74 tonight. That's a good target. It's a good target too. I was thinking, what do I image tonight? And I'm like, well, probably a broadband target because it's kind of near the new moon. And so I was thinking Pleiades. I was also thinking M74 would be a good target too. Also, Andromeda is probably perfect time too. So, but yeah. How are you doing, Dave? We're doing well. Let's see. Let's see if we're guiding. What is going on here? I think what it does is it like starts guiding and then it adjusts it like I don't know, it recenters the object and then it loses the star and then it's like, oh, I can't find the star, and it does a whole bunch of weird things. So yeah, just have to keep an eye on it. Okay, now we're capturing, let's see, 30-second subs. Try and get an hour. We'll see what happens. I guess you have to save the sequence. So, oh, this is frustrating. Okay, let's try this again. So change this to here. Save it. Change this just to the home directory. Save it. That's what happens. Let's see if everything's saved. Okay. And then we have to save it to the disk. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and redo this. So I'm going to open this one now. I'll redo it. Well, hopefully everything works. Let's see. Let's see, Astroberry. Yes. Yep. Astroberry, K-stars. It's great. Great stuff. What Pi am I using? Just a Pi 4. And I want to get the Pi 5 with like 8 gigabytes of data or 8 gigabytes of memory or something, and see if I can use fire capture with it, because I can use fire capture with the Pi 4 now, but every time it tries to save a file, fire capture will crash. Like the file kind of gets saved, so it's okay, but like it's not quite powerful enough to keep everything going at the moment. Enjoy your vids, keep them going. Thank you. Got that new video up about color, which I'm not sure. I don't know. It's a little bit different than I think what other people do. So thanks. Oh, glad to hear that you're doing well too. All right, now let's hope, cross our fingers that everything sort of goes well. And then maybe it will image this time. And then once we do that, once we start getting a couple of images of the Pleiades, then show off what I've done with AstroSharp. And I think that I'm going to try and get this pushed out by this weekend with a video that explains how to do it. I select the one on color, both of them actually. Cool. Yeah. I thought it was really interesting. So I don't know if you all know this, like, so my specialty like is in cognitive science. And so I like talking about all this fun stuff about cognition. It's fun. So if I can relate to astrophotography, I like it too. So, okay. All right, we're focusing. Focusing is working well tonight, which is nice. Like I don't have to screw any of those little grub screws tighter. Sometimes that happens and like I can't, it starts slipping. And if that happens, then just lose focus. We've got a good turnout tonight. Got 8 people. It says we've got 8 people watching. So if you're watching, and don't be afraid to put something in the chat if you want to. We're all friendly. So just make sure it's cooled. Capturing, we're guiding. What's happening? I think this just happens when we start guiding. Like again, it like recenters everything, but it's still guiding when it's recentering, so it like messes things up. So we'll clear it and see how well the guiding is. Oh, we got an image. Nice. Okay, let's just check and make sure that like the stars aren't saturating, because they probably are. Yeah, they're still saturated. So last time I think I tried doing this, it was like I was using 60-second subs, and it was really bad. Super saturated stars. So I don't know if you can see this. So like right here in K-stars, you have all this information about like where you're at in the image and then what the ADU is. And so like if I go here, you can see the ADU is like right here. It's like 65,000, which is like, it just means like we've hit the peak. So the stars are going to be going out, but I don't necessarily feel like changing that at the moment. I feel like I can deal with that a little bit later. But like if we zoom in and see the stars really bright. So maybe I'll go back later and get like 15-second subs, and then I can merge the 2 processed images once I get them processed. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I'm not sure I like the framing. I feel like I need to rotate the camera or something, but it is what it is. So, okay, what part of the world are you, DSD? Well, right now I'm East Coast of the United States. So the Galaxy Center, is your camera prone to saturation? I've heard some saturate easier than others. Things. It might be. You know, it might be. It's possible. So it's a 294 mm Pro. It's in bin 2x2 mode, and so maybe the bin 2x2 kind of makes it saturate faster. I don't know, because you do get a little bit more signal by averaging 4 pixels together. It's not the same as, you know, like a CCD camera where you actually kind of add all the pixels together and you get like, you really get like the benefits of binning. So I don't know. Does K-stars tell you how many stars are saturated by using it as on a PC? I don't know if it does or not. I've never. See, show clipping. Yeah, here we go. So this is the first time I've seen it. So show clipping. Yeah, you can see all the red. Everything is clipped. All these stars are clipped. So, and that just might have to do with my settings. Like let's see, like the gain should be unity gain or about unity gain, but maybe my offset is a little bit too high. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But yeah. So show clipping. I don't know. K-stars is pretty useful program, but yeah. So there are some clipped stars everywhere. A lot actually. I don't know. Yeah, just a little bit here. Galaxy Hunter, do you know which cameras are prone to saturating? I have to look into that. I have to check. So let's see. All right. So I promised the new version of AstroSharp, right? So the pinned comment, I'm not sure if everybody can see that. I'll redo it here. Let me get the. So the if anybody wants to like practice, or you don't have it offhand, sorry, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's good to know. I have to look that up, because I think I didn't know that. I didn't know that some cameras are more prone to saturating pretty easily. So okay, so if you go to the Shiny Apps website, I've got like sort of like a test version up. It's like the original website that I first put out my video before I put like my very first video about like I made a an AI tool for Astro sharpening. Like I put it on this website and you could only upload like 400 kilobyte images, and you can still only do that because like the web hosting site it just limits you on the free version. So if you all want to try it out, what I recommend is take like a TIFF file and make like a 500 by 500 sample of that TIFF file, and then you can probably upload that to it. So again, like here's the website here, and if I go ahead and browse, let me go ahead and find a small file. So I have some test files, some test images that I've been using. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, here we go. Oh, let's see. Okay, we'll try this one. Okay, so this is like, oh, I got disconnected. Maybe too many people are trying to use it. That's another limitation. If too many people use it at once, it will crash. But let's try it. So I've got this one. it's a black and white image. So let me go ahead and change it to black and white, and I should be able to see it. It's such a small image that you don't really need a preview. So I'm just going to click full image. So we've got, this is just actually the test image that you see. So it was sort of random that I picked it. Let me do another one because this one doesn't have a lot of stars. Let me find one that has more stars in it. Stars and nebulosity. Okay, so we've got this. It's kind of a blurry image of a galaxy. And sorry, I'm trying to run through different videos or different windows. So we've got a blurry image of a galaxy here. And if we do dual PSF, then we have like PSF for the stars, PSF for the DSO. So the higher this number is, the more sharpening it's going to apply to it. So the parameters here on this side here, and I've gone through this before in previous live streams, so maybe this is repeating for some people. Maybe you've seen this before, but like the layout is a little bit different. I've tried to clean things up a little bit to make things a little bit more organized. So we have everything like the major things over here, all the sort of interesting things that you need to do to process your image. Your downloading is next to the actual processed file, and then the star mask stuff is here. So I'm going to dual PSF. I'll keep both at 3 for a second. I will just update the sliders, and it should hopefully update as long as the online application has enough like RAM or memory or whatever. Okay, so we've got this, sharpened a little bit. If we wanted to, we could check and see what it thinks is stars. So we can go to star mask and then just update the sliders. And so part of the galaxy it thinks is a star because the core is so bright, which is probably okay. But you can like compare like this star here is with this star here, but then there's some other stuff here that it thinks is a star. So that's probably has to do with like the star sensitivity. So we might bring that to like 99 and you update the sliders. And then we could even go like 99.9 if we wanted to. And then you see like things start to be, I don't know, we start losing stars. We go higher. Okay, so it thinks that like this galaxy is a star. And again, like it's not perfect, but like it's getting most of the stars. And the core thinks is a star, but I think that's fine because sometimes you don't want to over sharpen like the core. I don't know. We'll see. So what you kind of want is for the stars to have like a really bright center and to be like really bright, but then like on the edges, like this edge here, like you want it to like fade back into the blackness. So you control it with the blending parameter. So if we wanted to have like, I don't know, we could change this, right? And then you could see that like it blends in more. And you can see like this red line here, this shows you how it's transforming the black and the white. So the white is where it thinks a star is. The black is where it thinks a star isn't. And when it first makes the star mask, everything is either 1 or 0, meaning black, meaning like white or black. And so you can feather it. So like you feather it a little bit to like smooth that out, or you can transform. You can also stretch it using the blending parameters, and the stretching kind of like stretches out the feathered part of the star. And if you get it right, then you get nice blending between the PSF model and the star model and the DSO model. So we have the PSF for the stars and the PSF for the DSO, and you get a nice blend here. And this is kind of like what you want. You want really bright stars, and you want it to be like around the star and to cover the star, like at least the star and maybe a few pixels around the star, and then to have it kind of a little bit like blend out. You can see it like there is some gray here, and that's kind of what you want. And it doesn't have to be super blended. It just has to be blended enough. And so the parameters that I have, so the 9 and the 100 generally work well for most things. So there's a little bit of blending here, but the proof is in the actual pudding, right? So like you have to test it out. So if you find that there's a very, I don't know what the right word is, like I'm like it's very jarring between the sharpened portion of the stars versus the DSO, then you're going to want to change these blending parameters. Let me go ahead real quick and check on Pleiades and see how it's doing. We're at 18 exposures. Let's see how the guiding is doing. Guiding is okay. It's okay. It's not the best. It's okay. It's fine. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the dual PSF, update the sliders. And then it's going to sharpen everything. And then if I want to make this galaxy sharper, then I just increase the PSF for the DSO, update the sliders. And then wait. And you can see that this is quite a bit sharper. I don't know if you can see the definition in the galaxy. Like here, you can see like spiral structure. Whereas here it's kind of blurry. I'm not sure if it comes through on YouTube. I don't know. Like here it's kind of blurry. So I don't know. I think it does a really good job. Now, if you want the stars sharper, right, you can make them sharper and you can test things out. I think this is going to be too high, and you'll see it here, like kind of like ringing around the stars and things. Yeah, this is like the stars are quite saturated. Like it's too much. So, but I think it's pretty cool how things are laid out. Do the stars and everything separately. Now, one thing to notice, like this red line here is still how the star mask is being stretched, whereas this histogram is actually the histogram of your processed image. So like these things are unrelated. So I wouldn't worry about like, oh, this red line is stretching my histogram or something. In my processed image, it's not doing anything to it. It's just affecting the star mask. So yeah, that's it there. Going to go ahead and let's see here. I'll bring up the full version and we can test it on some of my images. So this is the full version that I've created, and I can have like whatever I want to. So let's see. So we have like as big of an image as my computer will allow. So I'm going to go into the Heart Nebula. I've shown this, in my videos a couple times. So here's the Heart Nebula, and we can like scroll around to find a good spot for it that we want to like image. And honestly, like this is probably fine. So we'll go to dual PSF. These parameters work very well. I think for this data, I mean, like, so I'm not going to change anything with that. And I know that the DSO can take quite a bit of sharpening here, but the stars probably can't. So I'm going to do something like 2.25 for the stars and 8 for the DSO. We'll just go to update the sliders. And you should see that like it should be okay. So yeah, I think it's doing an okay job. You can see like there's a little bit of noise, but the DSO is a lot sharper now. There's a lot more definition in it, I feel like. And then the stars are not too bad. Like we could even back off the stars a little bit if we wanted to. Yeah, and so it's not too bad. Now, if we want to, we could crank this up and sharpen the stars quite a bit. I don't think you would want to. I think that's what a lot of people have, problems with AstroSharp right now is that like you want to sharpen the nebula quite a bit with it, but if you do, then you get this ringing around the stars, and the stars become kind of clipped, saturated. So we can always just bring this back. We don't have, we can do really light sharpening on the stars if we wanted to. And there you go. Like you can see the stars, which it's a little bit sharpened, but it blends in nicely. Now, if you want to, you can like, you can play around with these parameters a bit. So if this was like, I'll just show you like if these parameters were wrong, right? So if I put in a 1 for the blend 2 mode here, you'll see that this red line will go like this. Like it'll stretch the star mask, but it will only start stretching it very late into the sort of the ADU. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'll just show you. Yeah, so here you can see like this line now. It's stretching it like in a suboptimal way. And so you're not getting any benefit of the star mask or the PSF for the stars. Like this PSF for stars no longer really does anything. And the stars are way too sharp. So yeah, that's what that is. Does anybody have any questions about that? Has anybody tried this? Has anybody clicked on the link and tried it with a small image? I'm not sure it would work if too many people are on it, but like if people take turns, or it might work like if more than a few people are on it, but I don't know. It might be like more than 5 people at a time. It might kind of get weird. So hopefully all of this is making sense. Here we go. Now they're nice and blended. Just fun to play with it. Play with the sliders and test out different things. So again, like a PSF, if you had both PSFs up all the way to 8 or whatever, it would be like the single PSF model, like this pre-beta model. Like it wouldn't matter. This PSF pre-beta, the PSF for the DSO really doesn't. I don't think the PSF for the stars matters for this. It's only the PSF for the DSO. Okay. Can everybody hear me okay? It's saying that my audio bit rate is 0, meaning that it's not getting any audio. Okay, good. Thanks, Dean. Good. Like, I don't know why it's saying that. Okay, good. Okay. Any questions about this? And I think I'm going to be pushing this out hopefully this weekend. And I'll have a video that explains all of this sort of more concretely. So, okay, I'm going to leave for just a second. And I'm going to go check to see if I can get my Jupyter data, and then I can process some of that. So we'll see. I'll be right back. All right, hopefully no one left. Well, if you did leave, it's okay. I've got some Jupyter data from last night. That data got progressively worse. I didn't realize that there was dew building up on the corrector plate of my Cassegrain. And so in the end, things might not be perfect, but hopefully I can process this stuff in AutoStacker and we can see how things go. Okay. All right. I'm going to close this because we don't need it anymore. Oh, looks like I had a little bit of something happen here. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to tune my mount, I guess. I think that's the only thing. So, okay. Distractions. This over here. And then I'll open some videos of Jupyter I took. Okay. Right. Nice. I got a lot of files, a lot of Jupyter. Like they're all 1 minute exposures. So maybe at some point I'll do a sort of a time lapse of it. I've done it before. Maybe tonight actually. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so it's not the Bayard. It's this. There we go. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to go and click on some. Oh, change these. So I used just an 8-inch Schmidt SCT. Maybe we can get a video about process of Pleiades. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully asked to use it'll be good. I can do that. Do you want a live stream or do you want like an actual video? Oh no. Yeah, see, like guiding, it's like, I don't know, something happened. I'm gonna have to tune that out. Look how like just off this is. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to tune them out. It's been like a couple years since I've tuned it. Okay. If I can get some good data of the Pleiades, yeah, I'll do the video. But AstroSharp did. Would you like a live stream or like a video of it? So I don't know what's happening with the guiding. Okay. Actual video. Yeah, sure. Hopefully if things work, we'll see. If the guiding's okay. Okay, let's see here. What percent do I want to use? Let's just check this real quick. It's so weird. Target drift aborted. So, yeah, so like, I don't know. Oh no, in K-stars, you can have it like check to see if the target is drifted. And if it's drifted by so much, it'll redo everything. So, and I've just started using that, so maybe that's part of the problem, but I don't know. Something like the Eagle Nebula view. Yeah, sure. I can try, definitely do that. So, yeah. You guys enjoy those videos. Okay, so stacking Jupiter. Let's see. I'm thinking like 25. We can try different things. So we'll try 25 and 50 and see what we like. And stack it. And then we'll see. And then maybe we can batch stack things. Batch stacked all of them. Did you guys find that the Eagle Nebula video was helpful? I thought it was kind of cool the way I did it, like using the hydrogen alpha to like control the stars. Okay. It's calming for you. Okay, good. Yeah. That's the vibe I'm trying to go for. It's calming. Okay. Okay, so we've got 50% stack. I don't know if this is just the regular sort of sharpened image that came straight out of AutoStacker. And then when I look at it, there's a little bit of like haziness here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it on this monitor. You can see some ring. Maybe it wasn't collimated perfect. Or maybe it just, I don't know. Let's see. And then this one is the 25%. I feel like the 25 is a little bit sharper. I don't know about you all. Like, it's hard to tell. I mean, it's hard to tell. So I think we'll go with the 25 for now. Let's go ahead and open up in GIMP. And then so got to open again, bring it over. And I think we can get, this is the unsharpened image that like just was output by AutoStacker. So let's go ahead and go in filters. This is the way I do it. I don't know how you all do it, but I do it like this because it's fast and it's easy. I'm just going to wavelet decompose, and then 5, I think wavelets is fine. And then we'll take these scales. So like the scales here, and we'll just be duplicating them several times after we apply a Gaussian blur to them. So I'll duplicate it. So all I do is press Control, Shift, and D, and then I'm going to go to Filters and then Blur, Gaussian blur, and just do a real light Gaussian blur on it. And then I'm going to take this, this wavelet that has been blurred, and I'm just going to duplicate it a lot of times. Let's see how it goes. See it like it's getting sharper. You can start to see the details a little bit better. Now it's really easy to like overdo it, I feel like, with planets. Sometimes I do it all the time. I just overdo the planets. And so I'm going to try and stop myself from doing it too much. Okay, I'm going to go to the next scale. So it'll be 3. So scale 3 here, I'm going to do the same thing. Duplicate it, apply Gaussian blur, and then duplicate it a couple of times. I think it's looking pretty good. So 8-inch SCT, 2 times Barlow, 224 MC planetary camera. And so the telescope is probably at least 25 years old. I think it still does a nice job. Okay, let's see. I think I want to rotate this. I think this is nice. I think it's nice. I'm going to right click and merge layer groups. So we've got the sharpened and the unsharpened. You can see how much more sharpening is. I'm going to Shift and R to rotate it. It's nice and rotated. You can see that there's like some haziness around here. Which happens. So maybe what I'll do, go into curves, and maybe like make the outer edges a little bit darker. I don't know if that'll help. I kind of like it like that, but like I'm weird, so just like it makes it more 3D. And then it's not too bad. I mean, if you wanted to, you could like apply a high pass filter to it, to this. I don't know if it'll make it look any better, but like you apply a high pass filter to it and put it as like soft light. And then sometimes it like brings out some more of the detail. So if we put on here like a soft light layer mode, you can see it like brings out a little bit more. I don't know if it helps or not, just a little bit. So that turned out okay. Again, there's like some ringing around here, which is not the best. It's probably the best I'm gonna do because, like, again, I just didn't realize that dew was just building up slowly over the night, you know, on that corrector plate, and it like is making things. I think it's just like just making the data worse, but it is what it is. Let's do another one. So it's one from later on in the night. See if there's a difference, because Jupiter was like at its transit around where I'm at about 11-ish, 11 or so. So 11 p.m. Let's try this one. Go ahead and analyze it. Okay, and we'll do the same thing. Like, let's do 24 and 49 just so they it pops up in different folders. Sometimes I do that. I'll show you what I mean. So when it stacks things in the folder, you know, if you have it save it in folders, like it will say like AutoStacker underscore P25 for like 25%. So if you just change the number a little bit, you get another folder. I wouldn't do it for every image, but just for the stream here, just so it's easier to find. Okay, so let's open up the 24 one. This one is the sharpened one. But yeah, that's not bad at all. That's really nice. I think that's a better image. This one's like fuzzy. This one is, that's nice. That's nice right out of AutoStacker. I don't know if I have to do much to it, except maybe rotate it. Rotate it. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. Is a Discord server here? Yeah, let me give you the link. I'll give you the link. So let's see, invite people. So what? Let's see. There's the link for it. I had it like where it would expire after every 7 days or something, and I think that's probably annoying for people. I'm not a big Discord user myself, so like I didn't know that like you had to renew it every 7 days. So that one should be more or less permanent. So if you want to join, yeah, go ahead. Got a lot of cool people there posting images. I mean, it's small now. There's probably like 30, 35 people in it right now. But some of the images people are making are just amazing. I think this is a really nice image, to be honest. Like, I don't know if I've ever had, I think the seeing for this one is really quite good. I'm not sure I've ever had like this amount of detail in the, you know, where you can see these type of clouds, the interactions of the clouds, and like all of this in an image of Jupiter before. Maybe I have, but I like this a lot. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Master Use. So yeah, that's a nice image. I'm happy with that, especially like an 8-inch. Let me see if I can get some more resolution out of it. Where is AutoStacker? Where'd it go? Here it is. Let's see. Let's turn on drizzling and see if we can do that. I'm not sure it'll work, but we'll see. It'll take a little bit longer to process. I don't know if it was like the seeing. It was just nice and calm last night. The seeing was nice. Like, but it's too bad about that. The dew. Wish I had caught that earlier. I would have like taken a, hair dryer and got the dew off. That's a nice image. Let's check. This is weird. Super weird guiding right here. I don't know what's happening. Again, I think it's just the mount needs some tuning. But the last few images are just horrible. I don't know, like, because it's dithering so much. I don't, maybe it's because it's dithering. I don't know. It doesn't have enough time to, like, the images look okay. I don't know what's going on with the guiding. I don't know. Can't tell you. Okay. So auto stacker, did it do it? Nope, it's still working because drizzling takes quite a few resources. But I think that's a nice detail there. It's finished. Okay, here's the drizzled one. This one could use a little bit of sharpening. So compare it to the previous one. It looks a little bit softer. But it's going to take forever to rotate. I don't know why. Got too many things going on in the background, probably. Like, what is up with the guiding here? I think it could just be a dither. Like it dithers, goes up, and it overcompensates. And so there could be like some stiction or something. I don't know happening. I think I have to like do something with the mount. Tune it again. Okay. All right, so we rotated it. See if we can make it a little bit sharper. Like this is the undrizzled one. Let's see if we can do that. So again, we're gonna do the same thing, just wavelet decompose and then sharpen those layers. Let's see. Oops. Oops. Okay. Okay, let's duplicate this one about 10 times and we'll see what happens. I think it's getting a little bit sharper. Let's compare with this one. I feel like the undrizzled one is just better quality. Like, but I don't know. Of course, you get more resolution here. Let's try this one. My computer is having a fit. It's like streaming and then having GIMP open and doing auto stacker. It's just being a little bit laggy. Do it about duplicate that third scale. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's a nice image. I mean, for me, that's a nice image. I don't know about you. You probably there have a lot better images of Jupiter and things like that, but I like this one. It's very nice. Yeah. I think I'll probably end up eventually making a time lapse of it so we can see Jupiter rotating. So I've done that before. Okay, so M45. I mean, it's not like, oh, you know what this is? I know what this is. I know it focused here. It did a focused. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So here, you can see it going all crazy, but like the images are still okay. I was 100% expecting that like I would have a ton of star trails in these images. I just couldn't find them. But like what happened was it just refocused here, but it was still guiding as it was refocusing. And so like, I mean, I think that's what's happening. So the focus happened at like 12, like I don't know, 15 minutes ago or something. I think that's what happened. That makes me feel a bit better. Okay. Sorry. Tangents. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice image of Jupiter. Let me just measure this real quick. See what the resolution of it is like natively. So like 250 pixels across. And then this one is 750. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do a time lapse of that. On Twitter once, I think there was, I saw an astrophotographer who had, and I can't remember who it was, but they posted a time lapse where they got up at like, it wasn't the same time every night, like it was at different times every night. And they took an image of Jupiter where the great red spot was right in the middle here. And they imaged it several times over a month. And then they did a time lapse of that. And you could see how the great red spot was rotating. It was really awesome. Like it was super cool. Maybe one day I want to kind of do that, but that would take a lot of planning and a lot of dedication. So, because you would have to like say, okay, when is the great red spot right in the middle of Jupiter? And you set up, probably an hour before that to get ready. You take your series of images and then you do that once a night, for a month, and then you can stack them, you know, like together and make an animation. And you see how the great red spot like just twirls or whatever. So spins, rotates. I think the person's cosmic background. Yeah, yeah. It was really cool. I'll have to see if I can find that. I still call it Twitter instead of X, but it'll always be Twitter to me, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be able to find it on stream, but maybe I'll link it. But it was really cool. It was awesome. I think that would be hard though, because like, what if it rains during one of your times you want to image it, or like, I think a lot of things have to line up for it to work properly. Yeah, but I'm really happy with this image. Okay, let's merge this down. Merge to layer group. And I don't know if we want to like increase the saturation or not. Sometimes I see people like, I don't know. Doesn't look bad. That. Cool. Okay, I think I will process one more image of Jupiter and then I'll probably call it a night because it's a little bit late here. I mean, it's not super late. It's like 11:30. Got work tomorrow. Got some more stuff to do for the video as well, so I kind of want to be well rested. So let's see here. Let's do one more. Okay. Let's see. Which one should we do? This one is 11:08. Let's do 11:50. You see it's a little bit dimmer. That's because the dew was starting to build up. It's like I didn't understand why that was the case. Like why do I have to increase the gain, or why do I have to increase the exposure time? And then it dawned on me this morning that like the dew was building up and building up and building up, and so it was making things dimmer. So we'll see. This one's probably not going to be as good. All right. This time we'll stack 26% of the images, I think. It drizzles, so it's going to take a little bit longer. All right, I think it's done. Let's go here. Yep, we can see the red spot has moved all the way over here. Just a matter of 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and sharpen this one too. A little bit. We'll see how much the dew really affected things. I mean, it's possible that it only started dewing up at the very end, but I don't know. I did have a dew shield on it. So again, duplicate this. Again, same thing, just blur that second wavelet, and then duplicate it a few times. Depending on how sharp you want it. Yeah, it's not able to sharpen it quite as much. I think that's a little bit too sharp. You can start to see the noise here coming, so we can back off a little bit. And go to the third layer, do the same thing, duplicate it, apply a little bit of a blur, and duplicate that. It's not too bad. It'll look good in animation at the very least, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and merge this layer group. Rotate this one. Oops. Nice. And we'll just wait, and we can see kind of how much it rotated in the space of like 40 minutes or an hour. So there's that one. Yeah, you can see like spot is here at 11:08, and then at 11. That's the date. So it's 40 minutes later, I think. I think that's what I said, right? So it's over here. Yeah, that dew is really messing things up. You can see how much worse it looks in this one. So yeah, and I'll probably go back in and fix up some of this ringing around the edges, make it look a little bit nicer, crisper. But yeah, I think that's about it for tonight's stream. Thanks everybody for coming in and watching me do this and taking a look at AstroSharp and, you know, hanging out with me for a little bit. So I'll probably try and do this type of stream once every week, once every couple of weeks. I don't know about next week. Next week might be a little bit busy, but we'll see. So thanks for watching. Everybody have a great night and clear skies.